you list your FFL dealer as a dependent on your tax return, you might be a gut nut. I mean, much money does I spend down there makes sense, right? If you own 4 AR-15s configured exactly the same, but from different manufacturers, just because you can, you might be a gut nut. What's the use of having money you can't spend it on guns? I'm just saying. If your gun collection is worth more than your 401k, you might be a gun nut. What's more important though, bro? Guns or 401? Or 401 guns? If it's Saturday night and the strip club is a mile from your house and you drive 25 miles to go shooting, you might be a gun nut. I don't understand why they can't strip with guns anyway, right? Be more sexy to me. If your wife says she wants something in black leather for the anniversary and you buy her a holster, you might be a gun nut. She should have been specific. If CNN does a report on gun control and shows a table full of guns at the gun show, and one of them got your name engraved on the side, you might be a gun nut. How the hell they finding one gun? If you got an extra room in your house just for ammo and guns, you might be a gun nut. Everybody got a gun room, bro, right? If you can take a nap at the gun range, you might be a gun nut. If they shooting full auto, I can sleep all day, but I don't know what y'all talking about. If you ever wrote to your congressman and said Jeff Cooper's birthday ought to be a national holiday, you might be a gun nut. It's a good idea, though. If you think the NRA is full of a bunch of left-wing pansies, you might be a gun nut. NRA can't catch you. When you get the tornado warning and you take all your guns to the basement to protect them, you might be a gun nut. If you're going on a trip and they take you more time to pick out which guns, holsters, and accessories to bring than to do to pack your clothes, might be a gun nut. There's a lot of choices. If you live in an underground bunker just to keep your gun safe, you might be a gun nut. That's a good idea though, bro. Drop the play. If you use a little Hoppies number 9 as air freshener, you might be a gun nut. If you go to the gun show and get bored because you don't see anything you don't already have, you might be a gun nut. Or you just may have a nice collection. If you get pulled over and the cops have to call Homeland Security, you might be a gun nut. They couldn't hold me though, bro. If you can't figure out why your non-shooting friends keep laughing every time you talk about Bushmaster, you might be a gun nut. When your friends charge the other friends admission to come to your house to see all the crazy guns you got, you might be a gun nut. It's quite possible. If CNN is doing a story on gun control and they showing a table of guns at the gun show and one of them got your name engraved on it, you might be a gun nut. The last 5 guns you bought are still sitting in the safe unfired, you might be a gun nut. I'm sorry. When you tell your kids to go get the Bible and they go get the Blue Book of Gun Values, you might be a gun nut. Kids may be crazy as hell too. If you go to Walmart for back to school supplies and come back with 1,000 rounds of 9mm, you might be a gun nut. You might be right though. If you think it's unpatriotic not to own at least 145 and 122, might be a gun nut. Everybody should have both. If your daughter's boyfriends won't come to the house because you got a big gun collection, you might be a gun nut. That might be a nice trade-off. If you suggest that the company picnic should be held at the gun range instead of the country club, you might be a gun nut. I have a good idea, but you might